Welcome to SMTV Live. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday afternoon. I'm your host, Duncan Gilman. Well, it happened. Somebody sued Twitter. This time it was PeopleBrowsr in the news, and they actually won a temporary injunction against Twitter because Twitter turned off their fire hose of information and analytics based on their users. And if you want to read the article on CNET, you'll get to read the word fire hose probably 5 or 10 times. But it really explains it well how a while ago Twitter reduced the use and the availability of its API to a whole bunch of users. And if you didn't have a multi-million-dollar deal with Twitter going into it, then you were going to be basically out of luck. Now, of course, PeopleBrowsr is saying, we did have a multi-million-dollar deal with you. Why did you shut us out? And Twitter is saying, well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. So we'll see if this temporary injunction actually holds and PeopleBrowsr will continue to have access to all of this incredible data that Twitter has basically turned off for any other user. But on the positive side, if you're wondering what's happened to Danny Masterson since that '70s show, it's Clue, not C-L-U-E, but Q-L-O-O. It's a new social platform, and I've explored it a little bit. It looks to me like Pinterest Plus, because what it does is, based on your favorites, it recommends things that you might also like. So if you're in a new city and you've already said, well, I like this particular restaurant in Dallas, what will I like in Atlanta? Clue will give you a clue. So it's basically a way to pull all of your favorite things, and thus the Pinterest connection, and then be able to explore beyond that based on your connections and what Clue recommends for you. So it could be really interesting. I will continue to check it out, and we'll give you updates. The current landing page is pretty neat. It's one of those animation-driven walkthroughs that shows you exactly how it works. But currently, and let me scroll back up to the top here, currently it's only by invitation only, even though it did officially launch this month. But if you've registered for an account and have started to use it, please let us know. We'd love to hear about it. Remember, we're here to help you out with your social media campaigns or answer any questions you may have. You can email us your questions to questions@splashmediau.com, or you can tweet them to us by using the hashtag SMTVQuestions. So let's take a couple questions now. Micah wants to know, does Google AdWords work better than Facebook ads? I wouldn't say better. I would say that they can work in conjunction. Facebook ads, you're targeting people on Facebook. Now, of course, we did mention earlier this week that with the update and the rollout of the third-party ads, the external ad network that Facebook is supposedly going to have in the future, that may change. You may see Facebook ads on other sites. Currently, the way it works is with a Facebook ad, you're promoting to people who are already on Facebook. And with AdWords, you are using Google's third-party network, you're using the Google results page to advertise whatever it is you're sending people to. Now, with both of them, you can send people to an external link. So on a Facebook ad, you don't have to send people just to your Facebook app or just to your Facebook page. You can send them to your blog or to your YouTube channel. Same thing with your AdWords. You can send them to whatever page you want people to land on, conversion page, form, whatever it is. But if your goal is to grow your Facebook community, I think a Facebook ad would be the way to go. If your goal is to work strictly on your SEO and your search results, I think maybe to start off, maybe AdWords would be the way to go. Samuel wrote to us and asked, does social media really work for B2B? It does. And it's not just on LinkedIn. I pulled up a really neat example of Office Depot taking advantage of the B2B side of marketing. Because you imagine that a lot of people who run their own businesses, small businesses, are going to be going to Office Depot or a similar place, Staples, to get their copying done, to get products for their small business. They know that, and they're taking advantage of it. So Office Depot has its Build Your Business Thursday. And all you do is you comment with a link to your business, and it's brilliant. They have a whole list here of people talking about their small businesses. They can promote their own little business here. Plus, It's a way for Office Depot on their B2B side to expand awareness and get these people into Office Depot because they're talking about it. They're talking about their own businesses on their page. And that's really a great philosophy that applies across the board, whether you're B2B or B2C. Ask people to promote themselves. Get people to talk about what they're passionate about. Them. It works. It really does. Diane sent us this. What are some tips for handling negative comments on my Facebook wall? That's a great question that we hear all the time, and we often work with clients directly on that issue, not only in trying to build up content that pushes negative content down, but addressing in real time great customer service when people actually write something negative on the Facebook wall or tweet something negative mentioning the company. Best thing to do is address it in public. Address it and then offer to take it offline if it looks like it's going to be an issue that's going to require some extra tender love and care. I pulled up an example here from Starbucks. This is and businesses choose whether or not they want to have people be able to openly comment or post on their timeline. And in this case, you can see this post from a customer on Starbucks. Two things I want to point out about this particular post. One thing is that with a huge company like Starbucks, people are going to come to your defense anyway. You might not have to do anything. It's always the best practice to go in there and make some kind of a comment, but with a huge brand, people are going to be saying, no, that's not true, I had great service, or why don't you try the one down the block? Your own fans are going to be coming to your defense, especially when you have a huge brand with millions of fans. But let me scroll down to the Starbucks answer here. So the complaint was basically just your average complaint about the service at this particular location and an extra charge. And Starbucks replied down here, click here and claim your $25 Starbucks gift card today. It's a gift card for their own products. This is something that's minimal cost to them, and it's such an easy response. They could have just used this on hundreds of Facebook posts and copied and pasted right here. So a great way to respond, not have to draw a lot of attention to it, but offer a solution and hopefully bring that person back in for more coffee with this $25 gift card, which will buy probably 2 cups of coffee. Thanks once again for joining us today. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. For everyone at Splash Media, I'm Duncan Gilman. Have a great day.